On January 3rd, 2012, we had twins. Aniston was first. She weighed 3 pounds, 13 ounces, and Austin was second with 4 pounds, 9 ounces. Stayed home for about 3 weeks before Aniston got sick.
We did some blood work on her. Her white blood cell count was very, very high, and did a spinal tap, and within about 16 to 18 hours in the lab, it grew out a bacteria called Streptococcus pneumoniae, which is the most common cause of bacterial meningitis in kids. 10% weight loss, vomiting, seizures, 100% fatal if it's not treated with antibiotics. It was probably the sickest baby that I've ever seen in my office. Started getting worse on around the 10th, which was about 4 days into the hospitalization, where she started having seizures and MRI showing abscesses in her brain. At that point, the decision was made to transfer her to a higher level of care.
At Cook's, we were there for 7 weeks. Austin and Kennedy were passed around here at home. They went from family member to family member, would come up on the weekends, and then come home that same day usually. So no, I didn't get to see them very often. I missed all the little things with Austin when he was such a little baby. You feel horrible. You're missing your babies that are at home. You don't get to see them, you don't get to love on them. And then you have a sick baby, so you feel horrible for missing those babies because you really need to be there for her. And all the pictures in the world don't do it justice. She had a physical therapist because meningitis, it can affect your motor development. She had a GI doctor because while we were up there, she started having some intestinal problems where I guess just all the different medicines and the different formulas. She also had an ENT because she had the hearing test done and it showed the hearing loss. Her veins were so tiny that she kept blowing her PICC lines, and finally they had no veins left to go in to try to get an IV, so they opted to put in the central line, and when they did that, they put tubes in her ears, and so that helped her hearing a little bit.
Children have mental retardation, have long-standing seizure disorders, have motor problems, meaning they can't walk right, and she doesn't have any of those, so she's very lucky on that. She just has the hearing loss in the one ear, on her left ear. I know for our transport team, we've had a lot of workings with them, and the Children's Miracle Network has allowed us to have the equipment, the capability of having a quick transfer was fantastic, really.
Even when she's sick, a simple cold or anything, she still has a smile and the twitter in her eye that she just looks at you and smiles at you. And to go through all that she has gone through with all the medicine and everything, and still can sit there and smile at you, she's our little fighter.
To be so young and have to go through all that and survive, because her doctors at Cook's told us many a time that that was the worst case of meningitis they've ever seen, and especially in a child that little, to survive that and to just be as strong as she is. I lived through it with her, but it was very hard for me as an adult. I don't think I would have survived something like that. So that's why she's my miracle.
Please help support Children's Miracle Network.
And help a miracle like Annie.